Now in this lesson I want to talk about another very important component of global infrastructure, that is availability zones. Now if you remember, we looked at this image earlier where we can see that Azure has so many different regions all over the world, right? And every region is a set of data centers. Now these data centers are also grouped within an availability zone. So let's look at what it is. So for example, we have this region here. Within this region, we may have a multiple availability zones. We may have 3 or more than 3 availability zones. Each availability zone will have 1 or more data center, right? So data centers group together into availability zones, and availability zone group together into a region. As we discussed, region represent a separate geographic area, right? And availability zone is a set of discrete data center, right? And availability zone is a set to be an isolation boundary. So isolation boundary means basically the point is that each of these availability zone have a independent power, cooling, and networking. So if something is wrong with this one availability zone, this will not affect the other availability zones, right? Other will keep working. And these availability zones are connected with very high speed private fiber optic network. So the idea is that these availability zones are separated from each other, maybe like 100 kilometers or so. So if something is wrong with one availability zone, it will not affect the other availability zone. At the same time, the distance is not very far enough, and so the replication of data is very fast. There is very less latency there. So the idea is that if we have our application, our data, our database in one data center in one availability zone, we should replicate into another availability zone, so that if something is wrong with the first availability zone, your user can very quickly point to the other availability zone. And because the distance is not very far and they are connected with very high speed network, data replicated into another availability zone very fast. And the traffic within these availability zones are encrypted. And last point, I want to make sure you understand that not necessary that every region support availability zones. Some region may just have one availability zones or a couple of data center. They may not have this network of availability zones, right? So you should always look for the Azure website for the latest updates about these availability zones into different regions. All right, so I hope you understand the importance of availability zones now, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Thank you.